In this episode of Running the Length of Africa, I get assaulted by a bee, we search for scorpions,
danger at all times,
and I come face to face with thieves. What a lovely place.
decent night's sleep.
Yeah, very decent night's sleep.
But these guys have really sorted us out at this place.
They heard about the cause and they gave us this beautiful space to stay for the night. Thank you to the Harderveld Lodge and Camping.
Again, not sponsored, just really cool people.
Yeah.
Review,
10-10.
very good.
Bang.
Can't be misconstrued as anything other than a big dub.
Let's get on the road.
Another big 50 coming in.
Yeah.
In the arse end of nowhere. Hey, just another day out stomping, innit, really?
Don't even know why we're making these videos.
Yeah.
Just a guy running, innit?
My first leg of the day took me another steady 23 kilometres deeper into the desert, stopping only at a petrol station in Bitterfontein for a breather. I just got a message from Lucy at the Times asking for an interview.
That's good shit.
The time is 12:42.
Oh, pointy
It makes it
stick.
very official, doesn't it? We started there, and we are now. We've done that much, and we have, if we take that exact length, we're halfway through Namibia-ish.
I mean,
Maybe we tilt it properly.
maybe we stop making it up.
So we're there. That's the stick. This is official. It's even further. That's science.
What does the science say again?
We are further into South Africa than we are from the starting point,
Yes.
which is great.
That is definitely true.
Yeah.
That's the only conclusion you
That's-
can draw from this.
I wonder if there's actually Springboks in Springbok.
I hope so.
We're
They
talking
just
about
keep
a
it
rugby player or the actual animal?
the animal. They just keep a Springbok player chained up in the centre square.
By his neck.
Little did we know, a new threat had just entered the building.
So we've established today that the two things that scare the hardest geezer, spice and bees.
It's on your shirt.
Because he's a sweaty, stinky boy.
Just by your chest. Just gentle.
The bee chased me back onto the road and pursued me for a terrifying 32 kilometres. There really was nothing out here but bushes, sand, the bee and me. There were no towns within running distance, so as I worked on evading my stripy nemesis, the boys searched the deserts for a safe place to camp.
So we're currently looking for a campsite for the night. We found this lovely field and then we saw this.
They're either snake holes or they're like Dusty or Meerkat. And if they're Dusty or Meerkat, there's snakes.
The pros and cons of living anywhere. You've no idea where the you're going to be. It's a bit of a weird one. Do you work around here?
Nee. Kyk uit vir 'n plek om te bly vir die aand. Ons bly in ons caravan. En ons wonder of ons kan hierso parkeer en hierso bly vir die aand.
Je kan parkeren maar daar zo voor hij stoer maakt.
Ja? Okay. Bye, dankie. Ons waardeer dit. Dankie my chom.
That building over there, he says we can park in front of that.
Oh, sweet.
And he says if we're out early, it's good.
Oh,
Yeah,
amazing.
we're nice and safe for the night.
In a random farm next to an abandoned building in the middle of nowhere, and
Yeah.
we love it. So we went to go pick up Russ, and then we realised that Russ doesn't need picking up for another hour. So Jared's power reversing down the street.
Yeah. Vast my dop, check hierdie move, which means hold my drink and watch this move. Ladies, I'm just telling the boys, just be careful. All this like trash, like this building trash and stuff around here, the scorpions like going in it and like hiding under it. And unfortunately, we don't have a UV light to see them, and they tend to blend into the sand really, really well. So just be careful tonight, guys. We've got a nice place to sleep. Let's not kill ourselves in the same process.
Cool, let's go camping, boys.
Let's go camping, kids!
Yay!
What do you think that is? Human?
Could be. Could be human. I mean, we've been told by a single man who lives in a shack that this is a safe place to camp. So, could be a serial killer. Oh well. There's worse ways to go.
Like what?
Drowning.
What would you say to a serial killer if they just rocked up in the middle of the night?
Here's a bowl. Oh, we're just gonna tempt fate and try and taunt some scorpions out to just get that spicy B-roll. We'll get the money shot. Well, that's disappointing.
After I've warned us about scorpions.
I mean, we've not found any, but trust me, it's still really dangerous here. What we're doing, we're in extreme danger at all times. Subscribe to the Patreon. We might not all make it out, make it through the night, but that's just what we do here, I guess. I don't know. Is that okay?
I mean, we have seen something really dangerous in the nearby vicinity. Someone wearing Crocs here.
Oh my god. I don't trust anyone who wears Crocs.
I finally arrived at this shack in the middle of nowhere and we settled down for some food. All the days ducking and weaving had taken its toll and I passed out early.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, more problems.
Morning, always problems. I woke up this morning and realized it's May.
Yes, correct.
So I have to fly out by the 10th. Like, I was booked super late onto this. I've got a wedding on the 12th that I need to shoot. And then I need to fly to Mauritius on the 14th. We need to figure out where I'm going to fly out from and where we're going to be.
Probably in the middle of the desert.
You think I can just get a microlight to fly me to Centurion?
I think Uber do the desert now. Uber Desert.
Uber Desert.
Logistical issues affect your running. Thinking about them, or are you able to like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that affects my stress level affects my run. There's like a tangible difference what it does to my body. I feel bad being like, oh, don't make me stressed, otherwise I can't run. But the reason we're running Africa is because it's stressful and because I back myself to tolerate the stress and still run.
Is the knee fully there now?
Pretty much. I reckon my legs feel pretty good when I woke up this morning. So we'll see how we go.
Right. See you later.
Hold on. Didn't pick the earphones up.
That's an anticlimax.
Oh, I've chucked the mashed potatoes there in here. Sake.
Bye, Ross.
Bye again. See you in 20k.
Nightmare.
My knee feeling better meant I was able to stomp through a solid 34 kilometres in the morning session, whilst Harry, Stan and Jared seeked out yet another unbelievable campsite. There, they met this mental geezer, and he had some wild stories to share.
And you grew up in this town?
Yeah,
Okay.
mostly, yeah.
How old are you now?
74. In 1989, I became a diver.
Oh, really?
A diamond diver, yes.
Oh, wow.
Diving is dangerous
Commercial diving.
if you neglect your tasks and the
Details.
laws,
Yeah,
then you're finished.
yeah.
I've dived one day, we didn't know it, from a boat. Our airline was lying like that. Oh my God.
We're not getting there.
Yes, and this echo sounder shows 28 meters. But we was in a deep
In the dip. Yeah.
trench, yes, 68 meters. Terrible.
Yeah.
And that night, the guy there said, don't let the guys go to bed. Wake up.
Yeah.
All time.
Yeah, they won't. You won't wake up if you go to bed. Put your life in someone else's hands.
Yes, and that's you must, it's your
Yeah, it's your
job.
responsibility, exactly. So give us a little bit of
Everywhere.
rundown media-wise of the last 48 hours. What's happened?
So we're on day 12, and mate, my DMs are blowing up, I can't lie. Yeah, video went out 3 days ago. I've just been running my mouth on Twitter basically every day, and now all the loads of newspapers and shit want to chat to me. The Times, Daily Mail, Daily Mirror, CNN, ABC News.
So what are we hoping to come from all of this?
Well, hopefully we can drive some traffic towards our GiveStar page where we're raising some money for the running charity and WaterAid. A little bit of petrol money for the van, and then maybe some food so that I can buy some
We need
more
funding for
I need some more
pies.
sausage rolls, boys. You know, what do you think I run off? It's not dust, mate. I eat sausage rolls all day. So, you know, a couple beer tokens wouldn't go amiss, and then, you know, we'll be back on road stomping shortly. Fueled by the buttery goodness of my sausage roll, I smashed out a lively 21 kilometres more, my knee feeling better than ever as the sun set.
We're having a little fire while Harry's done some washing for us.
Domestic god, Harry.
MVP right here.
Feeding, washing, clothing, this lad.
Loving.
Wow, yeah.
I get in the bed, I cuddled him.
Big spoon, little spoon.
I'm definitely a big spoon kind of guy.
Yeah, and Russ is definitely a little spoon
He
kind of
likes
guy,
to be
I'd
held
say.
like a baby.
Russ is famously a little spoon kind of guy.
He's been telling us constantly.
He's a big advocate.
I love being with a spoon. Wasn't that one of like the first things I said to you guys, that I love being held like a baby?
Honestly. What's the mood in the camp tonight, do we reckon?
Complete.
Yeah.
There's a nice feeling of like things have been done today, but not too stressful. A nice feeling of accomplishment as well from the last couple of days, like all the requests for like interviews.
It's been a nice day. We're enjoying the traction. We're at a lovely campsite. We are heading north into the desert. It's looking pretty arid out here already.
We're going for dessert tonight.
Yes. We've got
Sand.
Sand.
We're gonna make some sticky chicken.
Chucking. Bit of chucking the tips. Mate, I'm from Liverpool. Alright. Aye.
Can you do a Scouse accent?
How does it go?
Sadio,
I'm from Liverpool, mate. F***ing let's go.
Like a little bit cockney like that.
No.
You've just pissed off an entire city. The Scousers are not going to love that.
Yeah, neither are the
boys.
Irish, mate.
No.
We pissed off everyone.
Overnight, my body started to take a turn for the worse.
Morning, Russ.
Morning, brother.
How's the body feeling?
Yeah, alright. Bit of a stiff ankle, but it's a minor issue.
You know I injured myself last night as well.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of a running.
wounded,
I've
didn't
got
you?
a bit of a sports injury. Do you want to know who I did it?
Yeah, go on.
I was lying down in bed asleep.
Gonna have to get you a flight home, lad.
Yeah, I think so.
Can't wait for another day of 1s and 2s.
You're running in your slides today.
Yeah. The 1,000-metre elevation gain yesterday wasn't enough of a challenge, so.
And with a dodgy ankle as well, you need that extra support.
Yeah, exactly. Baby wipes, sweets, water, bucket hat.
Is there still as much elevation today?
No, not. But we'll wait and see, eh?
Any final words before you start on a hill?
God be with me. There are some fucking tasty looking mountains right over there though. F it. I'll have it anyway.
We'll see you later.
See you later. The first 35 kilometres were really tough. Constant rolling hills and elevation gain, combined with my injury, meant a grueling shift. I met the boys to refuel.
Yeah, how's the body feeling?
Yeah, ankle's a bit sore. Loads of hills again. But
Yeah, man.
is it swollen? Nah.
That's alright.
We're all good, thank you. How are you doing? Good. She was scared. She had a nice, concerning first opening line, and then I turned around and showed her my face, and she went F like that, and her face went from like to like.
Okay, bye.
Oh, I can't wait to go swim on that for the next 3 hours. Might be too hot.
Might be.
Fuck me, it's hot.
Have fun, laddie.
Oh yeah. You ready?
We've had some bad news, breathe the carne, eh?
Maybe not. It's on the way to grab the carnets there, but there's some outstanding paperwork that needs to be done. If they want us to guide us over the border to take care of everything, then that paperwork potentially needs to be done in Uppington. Got to head there anyway, because Jared's going to fly out of Uppington, because the big man has got to go on a sabbatical. We're going to have a long day of driving. It might end up being Russ's first rest day, depending on the hourly of the borders. If they're 24 hour, maybe not. We'll do it. We're solution orientated people.
We are indeed.
I ran further into the mountains, capping off the day with an interview on BBC News.
How's the celeb life?
I'll talk about celeb life, yeah, when I got a fucking more than 75p in my bank. In the BBC interview, I got 1s and 2s in.
Hit those 1s and 2s all day long.
I got back on. No, did I get back on road stomping? I think I just got stomping in.
Got another 15k of stomping left to do today.
Good
Got all the
work.
classics in there, mate.
Classic.
Nah, actually, look at this clip. It's actually, mate. My mate just sent this clip to me. It's actually funny. It made me laugh.
That's all part of the game, so I'm just looking forward to it. You know, can't control that necessarily, so we just adapt and overcome as we see these things and keep marching forward.
This is our campsite for the night.
Another campsite on the side of the road gave me some well-needed rest, but it wasn't enough to stop the growing problem of my ankle.
Oh, the ladies and gents, what's going on? What's the crack?
Just woken up, got a swollen ankle on it. Mate, I can't lie, I went for a piss earlier. I was like, fuck. Just stepped on it. I was like, that's a problem.
What are we doing about it?
Just getting back on road stomping.
What are we actually doing about it?
Deep heat, the absolute out of it. Got some baby oil, massaging it. If 1 was a minor inconvenience and 10 was a I cannot run today, then I'd say it's like a 6. Hey, there's no need to worry until we get up to like 8 or 9.
It's right, we just said, you know, rather than the 1s and 2s, we get you on the 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s.
Yeah. The day is young, things could change.
Does this sort of ankle thing make you nervous?
No. Gonna be fine. Mate, you nervous?
What is the mentality behind that though? Is that like a logical it's fine, or is it just a yeah, it'll be fine, don't worry about it? No?
Bit of both.
Fair. It's probably the best way to be.
Yeah.
Back on road, lad.
This was probably the most pain I'd been in since the project began, but the team had no time for sympathy.
We've got to run ahead of Russ just outside of Springbok, which is basically the last town before the border town of Hjulsdrift. So we've got to call a bloke called Yanni at Africlear. They've got the carnet. We're going to go pick it up, make sure that it's all in order, and then we have to chat to them about next steps.
What else do we have to get in Springbok?
A cooler, food, water, a windscreen,
Breakfast.
chevrons, high-vis jackets, and a bumper sticker. So yeah, lots of stuff. It's going to be a full day, today and tomorrow.
The boys headed to Mesclip, south of Springbok, to pick up the carnet. This is where they met Yanni, and what a guy he was.
Easy, he's running
This
somewhere.
is his halfway point for the day, so he's going to stop here actually.
These people are crazy. This guy, the 2 youngsters, is running all day around. They are doing homeschooling, and they really want to. We want to meet him. We want to encourage him. Well, he's crazy. I will give my car to him. He will go faster. There's a restroom, and there's a shower if you want to take a shower.
Oh, it's okay, thank you. That's very cool.
And there's a bath if you want to take a bath.
Hello there.
I've got things.
Got things?
Got stuff.
Tell me
I've
about
got
that.
this really cool hat. I've got a cell phone in my pocket. And I've got the carnet in my hand.
Ooh, yeah, baby. That's very exciting.
Carnet's in here.
Yeah.
£2,000 worth of document that's been sort of missing and not in our hands for a hot minute.
Look, it even says the hardest geezer. We also have a place to stay tonight.
Yeah.
They've been so cool here. They're so helpful, and they were like, "Nah, camp out here. It's super cool. There's a bathroom. There's a toilet. Cool. I'm gonna go shit, boys."
You're not feeling great?
No.
Shit. Is it your ankle that's doing you in?
Yeah, it's been like a difficult 24 hours.
So what's the pain level like now? Is it about the same?
Yeah, I feel like it needs to be like electrocuted or something. It doesn't feel like it's all that far away from being alright. It's just like annoying enough to be a problem. There is no rhythm out there. If people have run a lot, then like a huge part of it is just getting in a rhythm and just kind of going. And when you just got a constant like there's just no rhythm. It's like hobbling along a bit.
Mentally exhausting.
Then and then you see a massive fucking hill and you're like, ugh. It's been a tough morning, to be honest. Like, it's fun trying to be the fucking guy all the time, but sometimes you can't. So, but you need to get.
That's important too, though.
Yeah, just need to get it done wherever it is. So, I will get it done. It's just gonna be a tough day. But it didn't matter. I had a job to do and got back on road hobbling. My philosophy on when I feel pain with injuries is if I physically can carry on, then I carry on and just grit through the pain. I can't let the pain overrule my decision making.
How do you do that? When you're hobbling down a road, and every step is literally incredibly painful, what's actually going on in your head?
I'm breaking everything down to as little pieces as possible that make it manageable. So instead of looking at the day like a 60-kilometre day, I'm looking at the day like, can I run 1 kilometre? Yeah, it's going to be painful, but like, all right, now we've done that, can I run another one? Yeah, the sizes just become smaller and more frequent. It's like a weird little mental game that you play with yourself.
And is that kind of what you're thinking about all the way?
Pretty much. Just get through this little bit, now just get through this little bit, and then before you know it, you know, if you do that all day, you've done it.
That's surely mentally exhausting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of the time on those days I am f***ed. like, especially in the evenings. There's a lot of power in being vulnerable. I actually think being strong in a lot of ways starts with being vulnerable. There's a fine game to be played there, because if you're just constantly speaking it into existence, then it like consumes your whole existence. Whereas if you can just go, I'm not going to bring that into my world, then you're not giving it enough oxygen to breathe. I don't know, I'm a believer that like the mental effect of that is powerful. If you just go, right, I've got a problem, but I'm going to get through it, and then you do it, it kind of just, it goes. That's my experience of things anyway.
As the night drew in and we all began to relax, I headed out with Yanni to pick Russ up. Something about this evening felt peaceful. Then I received a message from Russ that set my heart racing. Yanni and I sped down the road, closing in on Russ's position. At this point, I didn't know what I'd be heading into. As it turned out, we arrived just in the nick of time.
I said we'd get some food for my man here. Have we got anything?
I have nothing here.
Sorry.
Sorry, brother. I have no money on me either. Peace be with you. God be with you. God be with you, brother.
What happened, man?
Sketches. Mate, geezer runs in front of me. There's a geezer running, and then the geezer running behind me. And what's he saying?
He wants a lift.
He wants a lift?
Yeah.
I was like, this is bait, because it's pitch black. I'm running with my phone out for light. And then I just like instinctively picked up the pace, even though I was picked up the pace and just started chatting like I just started shouting.
Well,
and
just
like,
to make yourself look crazy.
just to make myself look like a hard target, so that they would think like, oh, maybe we don't go for him. And luckily, and it must have worked, because the geezer running behind me dropped off, and that guy running in front of me kept looking back, kept trying to get his mate to run. He was like, come on. And then after about 10 minutes, the guy couldn't hack it, and he was like to me, my friend, he was trying to rob you. And I was like, yeah, so you were trying to rob me. So, well, I didn't say that to him, but I was like, so that means that you were both trying to rob me, because it's not like he was and you weren't. But, mate, I got my friends coming in. We have food, we'll give you some food. I was like, do you need food? And he was like, yes, brother, yeah. And I was like, we'll sort you out some food, right? He had what looked like, I can only describe it as like a prison shank. Like a little tiny little shank thing. I'm sure he was running with it in his hand. But we gave him a lift back. But
You gave your attempted robber a lift.
yeah.
That's
Well, I made friends.
It is a bit.
It was either, make friends with
Adapt and overcome.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Do you know what I mean? Ankle probably could have done without that, to be fair. It's alright though.
How was it otherwise?
Yeah, alright.
Lovely.
yeah.
In the next episode, we make our final preparations to cross our first border, but unexpected problems lead to some tough, dangerous decisions that put the integrity of the whole mission in the balance. And now is when we get to find out how much do I really mean it when I say no rest days.